Please consider becoming a patron of the Ramen Raider. Patrons receive special benefits like bonus videos, voting on the Patron's Choice Top 10, and early Top 10 list access. Visit patreon.com/the Ramen Raider and become a patron today. Thank you.
Alright, hey! You know what it is. Time for another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time, the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles. Today I got something I picked up at 99 Ranch Market from China. That's this. What is it? That's a good question. It's artificial pork bone soup flavor instant noodle from Baixiang, China. Yeah. Baixiang is some really good stuff. You know him by the little elephant guy. So, what's funny too is it only tells you how to cook it on the big pack. It doesn't tell you how to cook it unless I'm just blind, which I am. But yeah, it doesn't say on here. I don't know, man. I don't know. Boil up 600 mils. Put noodle and included vegetable sachet in a pot and boil for 4 minutes. And then add the soup base and boil it for 2 more minutes. 6 minutes. Okay. Let's do it. So I already got one cracked open. Turn this down a little bit. So lately what I've been doing is when I get packs like this was really cheap. These Baixiang ones are super cheap. I think it was like $2.50 for a big pack. Here's the vegetable. But I thought I got a chicken one and a pork one, and I got 2 pork ones. So I've got like all these extra noodles. There's the veggies. So they go in. And then the noodles go in. And they go in for 4 minutes. And then at the end of 4 minutes, this goes in for 2 more minutes. It's crazy. I'm kind of surprised. I did not expect that. Needing the sachet in advance, ladies and gentlemen. So, in the last episode, I mentioned how my mom's not doing so hot and they're like wanting a bunch of money. I just talked to my sister, and I guess mom, which is like, what? She says mom mentioned you should do one of those GoFundMe things or something like that. So it's like, that just seems like absolutely not something my mom would say, but okay. She's going through a lot right now. She's probably just like, tell the people to send the money. It's like, well, she's done a lot for a lot of people. So I'm actually, if that goes down, yeah, I'll share that link. Yeah, if anybody's up for helping out, I know times are tight and weird right now, so I can totally understand. But if you can help, please, thank you. Yeah, so my mom has been running all this, she does stuff for the Anacortes Animal Relief Fund, which is a group. They provide like spay and neuter and, oh, what do you call it? Like if somebody had a dog and their dog got the leg broken, and they didn't have a lot of money. They just, they went and called up the vet, and they're like, oh, we don't have a lot of money. And the vet will say, oh, call Lady Adarf, and she'll figure it out. And she's been doing that, God, I want to say for like 30 years. We've fostered kittens when I was younger. Oh my god, every once in a while. We got a hamper of kittens one time. I think at one time we were fostering like 20 freaking cats. It was ridiculous. Like, big wonder now why I don't want a cat, but yeah, but she's helped a whole lot of people out, and she's really not doing so hot. So hopefully, you know, kind of, you know, it's just, it's hard to see your mom in that way, you know, not doing well. She's the one who made all the decisions, and now it's just like, it's got to be hard being in that position for her. It's like, Christ. Anyways, well, what else is going on? There's going to be more noodles coming. I just talked to the people that sent the mega frozen monstrosity, and they're going to send more. A big old thing. Another one. So I guess we'll have another end table. And more noodles to review. Their noodles were absolutely primo. But yeah, frozen foods being sent from Taiwan to here. That's, wow. Poor FedEx guy is gonna have to like lumber that thing up the stairs again. It's like, I think it was like 41 kilos, 90 pounds, something like that. He got it up there. But yeah. Okay, now 1, 2. Now we're gonna put this in. Oh yeah, and this morning I got up and my wife was already up. And I got up like at, what, 3:50 or something like that, I think. Maybe closer to 4. I can't remember. But we had a power outage this morning. And from like around 4, I don't know, it was really early. The power was out until like 9 a.m. And all of a sudden it goes ting! And the smoke detector went off like just one chirp. So, yep. You should have seen my son Miles. Like, I think he like literally caught about 2 feet of air. It scared the crap out of him, poor kid. But yeah, power outage, and it was literally right in front of our apartment complex. Which is just like, wow. Yeah, so crazy times. Oh, and maybe tomorrow. I mentioned in one of the last episodes that our friend Stumpy from Little Rock got in a little bit of a sticky widget with the Popo, and ended up having to go to jail. And so he is now a free man, and we'll have him on the show to talk about his experience in the Pokey. So that should be interesting. He was in like a surrounding county of Little Rock, because lately he's been living on a family farm dealing with small chickens and dogs and I believe 2 cats and his sister. So it's like out in the sticks. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff coming up in the next couple episodes. It's Thursday right now, and tomorrow's Friday. Oh my God, thank God. Weekend, I need a weekend. And it's weird because this weekend is Father's Day. Still, I gotta say, Father's Day is like, I appreciate it, but it's just weird. Because Father's Day just makes me think of my wife, you know. She is the reason that I'm a father. I mean, yeah, I had something to do with it, obviously, but, you know, it's like, I'll get her something, you know. It's like, thank you for making me be a Father Day because you had to go through all the stuff day. You know what I mean? I'm surprised more people don't think of it that way. Maybe they do, they just don't talk about it, but that's just the way I see it. But yeah, there's a couple boxes here that, like, what came in the mail? None of your business. I know what that means. It's like, okay, thank you. You know, you really don't have to. But I'm not gonna complain. Here's the noodle. 6-minute instant. There's a fried noodle too. And it's hot. Bouncy. Really quite a backbone for this one. Kind of surprised about that. Broth. It's freaking hot. Blowing on the broth. That's good. I like it. I would eat that if it were a little bit cooler. I don't want to lose my face. Take a quick pull off my Dr. Pepper. You know what I've found lately is they've got cherry vanilla Coke Zero at the Safeway down here. And they also have noodles from a company called Ramen Express. You'll hear more about that shortly. I think you're going to be stoked. I think so. But I guess there's a Dr. Pepper cream soda or something. They used to have berry cream. They used to have a cherry Dr. Pepper, I think. But I think there's going to like vanilla or a cream Dr. Pepper coming out. I mean, as long as it's diet, I'll drink it, I'll try it. You know what I wish I could get is Mellow Yellow Zero. And I wish I could get Diet Sundrop around here. Those two are like a couple of my freaking favorites. But the only place I can find them is on Amazon, and I'm not paying $25 for a freaking 12-pack of soda. No, sir. It better be a 12-pack of soda from Uzbekistan for that much, yo. Do they have soda in Uzbekistan? I'm sure they do, and I'm pretty sure I know exactly what soda they have in Uzbekistan. It's probably Coke and Pepsi, and then something a little more local. I don't know though, it's like, I remember seeing this video about, hey, you just moved to Korea, here's what to expect at the grocery store. And one of them was like, this guy like all incredulous going down the aisles and like, see this spot right here? This is the soda spot. This is it. And it's like as wide as like a refrigerator. It's like there's no like huge amount of soda aisle in South Korea like at E-Mart. And he was like, he was really irritated by that. Oh, I did this in the wrong order. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna throw some white onion on here. I really like white onion. And then I've got some, yeah, I planned on putting this in the pot first, so this is gonna seem a little weird. There's some large pieces of scallion. And here is a slice of chashu. I wish I had something a little more, you know, logical. Oh, you know what would have worked best on this would have been Chinese sausage. That would have been nice. Got a lot on my plate. Come on, I can't remember everything. And then there's that. There's the screaming small child out there who I'm trying to teach how to say please and thank you without being prompted. Kind of do this, I guess. Okay. Sesame seed. Do I want to go with chili oil or Szechuan pepper? I'll go with Szechuan pepper. This is Yuku. Isn't there a... Oh no, it's Yuki. I've been saying it wrong. Yuku is like the Chinese equivalent of YouTube, isn't it? Yeah, there's some Szechuan pepper powder. And what the heck? Some chili flake too. No. No, it's been too long. Too long since I've used the Love Sludge. This is Laogan Love Sludge. They call it Chili Crisp. I call it Love Sludge. But it's one of the most diabolically flavorful things I've ever had. I mean, I'll use the term diabolical because it's like absolutely insane. Where are you gonna go? You're gonna go right there. Let's let its love sludge permeate a little bit around the bowl. There you go. Let's let it permeate further beyond this piece of white onion too. There you go. Permeate, sucker. Alright, friends, as they say in my child's preschool. Let's rotato. And there we go. Uh-oh. Well, thank you very much for watching. You know, I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for watching. Thank you, and thank you. This has been Hans the Ramen Raider wishing you, all of you, enjoyment of your instant noodles each and every day. Have a good one. Bye.